Hey guys, welcome and welcome back. Today we are making curry soup. I'm going to start with cutting up my onions. I'm using half an onion. I do have my measurements listed below. And I'm just going to chop this up really tiny. Next, we're going to go ahead and season up our shrimp and just give it a good mix. Make sure every shrimp has a little bit of seasoning on it. And while this is happening, you want to go ahead and heat up your pan with some olive oil. You can also use butter. And go ahead and pour in your shrimp. Make sure the stove is nice and hot. Be sure to watch shrimp because it cooks extremely quickly. So do not turn around to do anything. Just watch it and let it cook. And if you're worried about it being undercooked, you can still put it back in the soup later on and give it some more time to cook. Let your shrimp cook on both sides by flipping them over once you start to see a little bit of pink happening from the bottom. Then remove your shrimp from the pan. We are using the same pan. I didn't wash it out just to keep all those flavors inside of our soup. So this is the same pan that we'll be cooking our soup broth in. Next, we're going to be putting in some butter and some oil. This was about 3 tablespoons of butter and 1/8 oil. I did use olive oil for this. And just go ahead and let that melt down. And then we are going to go in with our onions and go ahead and saute those for about 5 minutes. Just be sure to make sure they don't burn. Feel free to take the pan off of the stove if you are feeling like that it's cooking a little too quickly, or go ahead and turn down your stove, either or. Next, we're gonna go ahead and add in our garlic. Garlic does burn kind of quick as well, so just watch that. Just give it a good mix, let it season in with those onions. And again, please feel free to take it off the stove if you feel like it's burning too quickly or you're multitasking. Then we're going to add in our ginger and do the same thing. Give it a good mix. Let it soak in with now the garlic and the onions. And this goes on for about another 3 to 5 minutes. And then we're going to go ahead and add in a red curry paste. And don't drop the bowl in the pan like I did. Just go ahead and give it a mix along with the onions, ginger, and garlic. And we're going to crack open that coconut milk. We're using 1 can and go ahead and pour that in. And again, give it a good mix. And this may take a second to look right. If you watch my butter chicken video, you would see the same thing. It's going to look a little funny. It's going to be hard to mix. Just give it some time and let it soak in, and it'll all start to look a little better. Next, we're going to go ahead and add in our chicken stock and mix that together as well and let that sit for a little bit. Next, we're going to add in our seasonings and give that a good mix as well. The seasonings are going to be kind of hard to combine, so if you want to add it in with the curry paste, you can do that as well. I've done that and it works, but it is really no big deal. Just give it a good mix and make sure we are testing this soup throughout the process. I'm going to add in a little bit of salt. This part is definitely up to preference, so I do have measurements, but just add your own little, sprinkle, something like that. Go ahead and give it a taste test, and if fine. If it's too salty, you can definitely add a little bit more chicken stock or a little bit water or a little bit more coconut milk. I am adding in some jalapenos, which of course is optional, but this is a perfect amount of spice. I promise it's not like nose running. So I just add in 2 jalapenos and let that sit in there as well. And I'm going to add in some cilantro, which is my favorite part. If you watch my butter chicken video though, you would know that. I'm going to go ahead and add in my noodles inside of my soup, but you can also cook it separately in some hot water. If you are saving it, I would definitely suggest separating it, but I'm going to eat this all in one night. And there you have it. Go ahead and top your soup with your favorites: cilantro, green onion, jalapeno, and the shrimp we cooked. You can also eat this with some garlic naan. I do have a video posted on how to make that as well. And there you have it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy.